Hey, what's up everybody? In today's video, I'm going to use the AllStitch remover. I'm going to use this to clean up the front side of our hat, okay? So I'm going to remove all of our stitches. Okay, one thing about the AllStitch remover, right? What makes it very cool is that there's actually two sizes. All right, so there's the smaller for the details and a little bigger one for the more bigger stuff, all right? All right, I got the GoPro ready to go, so let's go ahead. Let me show you how I go about cleaning and removing stitches on the front side of hats. Okay, so here we have our hat and we're going to remove the stitches of this hat. So as you can see, it has a bottom sand stitch and a top part sand stitch with puff. And I have here the magnifying glass, all right, with the light to give us a good view of our workspace. Let me just show you some of the stuff that I'm going to use. Now, my goal is, let me give you the game plan for right now, okay? What I want to do, I want to remove these back stitches first, okay? But before I go ahead and start cutting the back sand stitch, okay, I know it's a whole lot easier if I were just to make a slice down the line through these sand stitches. Okay, that way my stitches could lift up and I can easily cut it. Okay, so what I'm going to use, I got my knife here, okay? So as you can see, I have my blade right here. Okay, one thing about using a blade, just like every other sharp item in embroidery, okay, such as your scissors, your needles, you always want to make sure, okay, you're always careful. You don't have any kids around, okay, playing around or horsing around with that, all right? Because this is an actual live blade, all right? I know I don't have to remind everybody since we always using sharp items in embroidery, just as an FYI, okay? If you don't have a blade, okay, such as this, I used to use this here, okay, seam ripper. You could use a seam ripper as well. All right, so there's different kinds of stuff that you could use. You're always cautious about what's underneath. All right, but for the most part right now, okay, you want to get a good grip. Maybe do it upside down. All right, and all you're going to do is cut down the bobbin. Now, one thing that's important, when you start a project like this, you always want to have a nice fresh blade. You never want something old that's been kind of hanging out in your garage for a year plus. Okay, so always make sure you have a nice clean blade when you use this, all right? So all I'm gonna do is just cut down, okay? And this is a brand new blade, so it doesn't require much pressure. All right, just a little push down and I can see my bobbin just open up right there. Okay, so you want to go the path of all your sand stitches. Since it's a fresh blade, it doesn't require any pressure, okay? Just slight pressure. And now you want to take care of the white sand stitch. All right, once you're done with the blade, you put that away. Okay, so now all we've done was make the preparations. Let me go ahead and start cleaning this up. Yeah, this is just coming off like, you know, real easy. Now I have the shop vac. I have a shop vac right next to me. And pretty soon I'm just gonna use the shop vac to clean all this thread that's coming off. Okay, and one thing that I'm sensing, or one thing that I'm gauging, is making sure I'm not putting too much pressure on the hat, so I know I'm not gonna tear a hole or anything. Okay. Then you got a little brush right here. Okay. I've been using this with the smaller one. All right, the big one's cool to make the big cuts, but really I've been using the small one. Okay, so with the small one, you could really, you're just digging. All right, yeah, it's just coming off easy. So by you taking off this backside, when it's time to take off that front, it's gonna come off easy. All right, that's what we want to do. This is all preparation on when it's time to remove the top portion. So like here, I could see, and then by using this magnifying glass, you could just see the small details. Like you could find the small details of any stitch that's kind of hidden. Okay, like here I have hidden stitches, and it helps having lots of light. Okay, because I've tried to do this in the dark, and then you can't really see those little small stitches. All right, but with hats, this is fairly straightforward. Okay, another item that I use is just these my regular tweezers that I've always used for all-purpose type stuff. Okay, so I'm just pulling out the backing, and while you're cutting, you're just making sure that you're not digging. You're not digging at a wrong angle. Okay, you can pretty much tell the angle that's required to cut these stitches. So that shop vac, it just pulls everything, right? So it's a big help. So now we have our stitches here. There's different ways we could take care of this, okay? We can either start pulling now. You can start pulling now, and these stitches will come off, okay? So as you can see, okay, look at that. It's just coming off easy. Okay. You could also use the stitch remover, but right now I have it cleaned out the back so clean that this is just coming off easy. All right, so there's no need to take out the AllStitch remover yet. Okay, just because it already did all the cleaning on the back side. Okay, that's why it's so important that if you clean out the back bobbin, okay, all this part just comes out by itself. Okay, so right now, all I'm doing, picking these off. All right, just because it's coming off easy. All right, that's because there's no bobbin in the back now, right? So I cut off the bobbin. All right, and this is high dense, right? Because it's foam. Usually when it's lower density, then it's even coming out quicker. All right, now we just take off our foam. Okay. So anytime you have any of your caps, any of your these here on the sides, they're called caps from the foam. Okay, that's gonna need a little extra attention. All right, so we'll come back and do these caps, but as you can see, the blue part is pretty much gone. Okay, all you gotta do is just take that off. Okay, now you just have the white portion. Okay, which that's gonna come off too, easy right there. Okay, so the challenging part, okay, it didn't seem like the challenging part, but the challenging part is removing the bobbin. Okay, because once you remove the bobbin, especially when you're dealing with sand stitches are just gonna come off. All right, just because there's nothing to grab onto it. All right, so let me just finish it with this, just to let you know that you can be done. Okay, so this blue side, we have caps there. So anytime you work on foam, you have caps. So we actually have to go back and remove those caps. So we have some thread that still wants to stay here. Okay, so all this stuff just comes off. All right, I'm trying to get you a good angle right here. 3 little pieces that I gotta pull out. Okay, so that's when this little tweezer one. So now when it's clean, it's easy to see all the little ones that are still stuck. All right, then what you could do just with tape, we always clean our hats with this tape. Okay, it's like nothing happened. All right, even the back with the shop vac, it just clears everything out. You can always get these little tweezers. All right, look at that, ready to go. All right, let's take a look at that. Look at that. Can't even see nothing. You can see kind of the R. All right, but you throw a patch on top of this, it's like nothing happened. Okay, so as you can see, we got the small one, and you just remove it. Okay, if you want to go bigger, all right, if you want to go bigger, you got the bigger one here. 2 speeds. All right. All right, and then I use this Husky blade just to kind of cut the sand stitches. All right, once the sand stitches are cut, all right, this is just cleaning all that backside up, pull it out, easy day. All right, so there you go. Thank you for stopping by today, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace out.